All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a quick run through of removing the oil pump on a 2013 BMW X3 with a 4-cylinder. So as you see here, you're going to want to hoist the engine, that way it's supported. You're going to need to remove both of the motor mounts. Now to do this in sequence, I'm going to kind of run through the steps. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to remove your top cover. Then you're going to remove the little foam piece that goes underneath it. Once that's done, you're going to want to come over here. You're going to want to remove your air box, and then you're going to want to remove your intake tube. Once that's done, you're going to want to remove this boost pipe that runs all the way down and goes down here. Sorry for the poor lighting, but that boost pipe's going to run down there. You're going to remove that. Once those things are removed, also on the boost pipe, you're going to have these inlet tubes here, and you're also going to have some plugs you're going to have to take loose. So you're going to take both of those loose before you pull that boost tube out. All right. So once that's done, and I guess I should say even before all of this, you're going to have to go ahead and lift it up. See, I have here, it's on some jack stands. I've also got it supported in a few other places, but you're going to want to lift it up. You're going to have to remove the front wheels. You're going to want to remove the tie rod ends, both of them. You're going to have to punch those out. Once that's done, so you got it on this side, and you have it on this side. So I don't have this brake disc removed. I didn't have to, but you can if you need to. All right, so next, you're going to go ahead and you're going to remove your sway bar linkage here. And that's going to be for both sides. All right, so once that's done, you're going to want to go over here, and you're going to have this little wire that's going to be connected to the undercarriage here, or the cradle, and you're going to want to go ahead and unclip that all the way into your rack and pinion here. You're going to unclip that one, and then there's also going to be a main one. See if we can see it here. It's pretty poor angle there. Okay, so you have this wire. This is your main power source, I believe, that runs to your steering rack and pinion. You're gonna want to see the one right here got broke. I recommend go ahead and buying some of these. That way, whenever you go ahead and pull them out, if they don't pull out correctly, you can replace these, and that's what I'm gonna have to do. So once that's done, you're not going to have anything that'll bind up, or you're not going to be pulling on anything whenever you're going to have to lower this cradle. And so now your next step is, also whenever you're pulling the CV axles out, instead of having to remove all the strut tower and everything like this, you're just going to remove this wishbone here, and it's going to give you enough free play access to move this and release that CV axle from inside of there. So you're going to have that done. Then your next challenge is going to be pretty much right after that, you're going to do the engine mounts. The engine mounts are going to give you more access to the front differential. So you're also going to need to remove the drive shaft. And then you're going to have this small part on the, passenger side. You're going to remove all 4 of those bolts. And so we have the CV, this is the driver CV axle. But yes, you're going to have this, and you're going to have to remove that. All right. And then once that's done, you're going to have to fit it all up inside of here. You're going to have to get this engine mount off so you can access that front differential and remove that. It's 4 bolts. Once that is off, so I would leave that on until you once you get it all loosened up, leave the top bolts, take the top bolts out, leave the 2 bottom bolts at least enough to where you can loosen them by finger, and then you're going to lower this cradle. Once you lower this cradle is going to need to be lowered quite a bit. It's going to have to clear that engine mount bracket right there. So once that is done, you're going to have enough room. You're going to be able to remove your front differential here. All right. Your front differential is going to be out. And then you're going to have access to all of these little bolts around the oil pan here. And as you see here, you can see where the front differential runs through the oil pan. Personally, I mean, I understand it. It's cool. I mean, it saves room. It gives you more space. BMW, this is awful, especially for somebody having to do this and replace the oil pump, or just having to imagine having just to replace your gasket here, and you have to remove your entire front end on this BMW. Whatever. So those are the steps that I've got to. Now, once you have all of that done, now you're gonna have your oil pump and your assembly down here. As you can see, this one has sucked in a bunch of pieces of the serpentine belt because BMW thought it was a good idea to leave an opening behind the main crank pulley. So the tensioner on this one fell, and it started shredding the serpentine belt. And I guess what happened is once it started shredding, it started wrapping around that main crank. And with that opening behind the main crank pulley, it was able to pull it into the oil pan. And then as we see, the oil pickup tube here has a ton of shredded pieces of serpentine belt. So if you guys ever run into a serpentine belt starting to shred, or I would hopefully you catch it right away. Hopefully catch it right away, and you don't end up like this person where they have serpentine belt shreddings in their oil pump pickup tube. It started starving it for oil, and hopefully there's no other damages. I'll follow up more after I start removing the oil pump and give a more descriptive idea of how you need to go about doing it. But that is a quick run through as fast as I possibly can do for somebody that's trying to DIY this. It looks pretty intimidating. It's not too bad. It just takes a lot of time. All right. Thank you.